Hello, hello, and welcome to day one of the MINDTRX challenge, where all the paraliminals are playing around the clock to help you get rid of annoyances in your life and achieve your hopes and dreams. I'm Pete Bissonette of MINDTRX, and I'd like to introduce you to today's guest host, Harvey, who's all about helping you reprogram your subconscious mind for success, manifesting, prosperity, and living the big life. Hey there, Carl.
Hola, Pete. And hello, everyone else. Good morning. Well, for most of you, good morning. Good afternoon here in the UK. I'm thrilled to be here. Genuinely thrilled. It's going to be the most amazing week for you. I love paraliminals, and you get ready for the most wonderful, abundant, success-fueled week you could imagine. Yay.
Fantastic. So now be thinking, what is your challenge? What do you want to get out of this week? The more clear you are now, the better it's going to be for you. So Carl, folks have been writing in for the last few days, and let's read some of the comments. Shall we do that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, why don't you start off?
I will. You sent me a few through, which I'll read out. And I must say that up front, before I share these, literally one of the things I love most about paraliminals is any goal or intention you've got and any challenge or problem that you want to work on or get rid of, you can absolutely use that this week. But let's give you some examples of what people have written in already. We have got Rita says her goals this week in the challenge are to lose some belly fat and to improve my memory. There's definitely a couple of paraliminals for those, which will be saucy, which you could talk about, but the ideal weight paraliminal is brilliant for the weight one. We have an anonymous person who's written in, my main goal is to get MINDTRX into my daily routine to make it sustainable practice even after the 5-day challenge is over. Yes, brilliant goal. And this is something I absolutely encourage all of you to do, because it's going to be so amazing these next 5 days. Even if you only listen to one a day, I will try and get you to listen to 2 a day, morning and night, ideally. But once you've done that, it really will become a natural reoccurring pattern and habit. So that's a sensational goal and intention to have. Tom says, yeah, no, I used to resonate with this one very much when I started my own business. Tom says he's got some anxiety about his business, anxiety about money coming in, where to get the clients. You know, am I going to be able to do this and succeed? The paraliminals will definitely help with that. I mean, anxiety-free is a brilliant one. There's tons of paraliminals for money mindset, abundant money mindset, business focus, talking to win, sales. So absolutely, that's a great intention. And I guarantee you, your anxiety will be down, down, down by the end of the week. A couple more. Tina says, oh, this is nice. My goals are to open up my heart for love and let myself open to more prosperity. And I really love the language there, because what you're going to be doing with the paraliminals this week is literally that, open up to resources that are already within you, but prosperity, love, absolutely. And then one more I'll share, Pete. Mary said, this is lovely. My goal is to discover and fulfill my purpose on this earth, which is a big one.
Hey, Carl, how long have you been listening to paraliminals?
I was trying to work it out before we went live. I think it's got to be at least 15 years, so a decade and a half. And also, because I love this, because I really am so grateful and humbled to be here. The very first investment I ever made in personal growth was one of the paraliminals. So, I mean, now you've got all 60 for free this week, which is sensational. I had to choose one. I chose the prosperity paraliminal, and I listen again and again and again. And it wasn't long before I invested in the whole collection. And I've been listening pretty much ever since, nearly every day since. And literally every time I listen, my vibration goes up. I get more belief. I get new ideas, focus. Like, it really is something I'm so passionate about, the most magical tool. And I'm really excited for everyone here today. But yeah, 15 years, and it's changed my life, my income, my business, my confidence in a million ways. But it all starts with that first paraliminal, which is why I'm here today, to hopefully inspire you to, once Pete and I have finished talking, we got some exciting things on this live training, but to get you to make a decision to listen once or twice a day this week, and then just watch what happens. Because, I mean, I've got all my friends and family using these, all of my clients, or a significant percentage of them, because they work with very minimal effort on your part. You relax, you put the headphones on, you listen to Dr. Paul Shealy, and you are guided into the most beautiful space. So 15 years, pretty much daily.
Yeah. And you know, one of the things I like about the app was that we make it so easy to choose the paraliminal to listen to. You just go into the app, and the paraliminal of the day is right at the top. And there's so many people all they do is every morning they'll wake up, or every afternoon, or before bed, they'll listen to the paraliminal of the day. And then when they have a specific goal or an issue, then they'll go in and find the perfect paraliminal for them. But that paraliminal day has been a godsend for so many people.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, one of the questions I got the most from people who'd bought the entire collection of paraliminals over the years was, where do I begin? Where do I start? And I'd give exactly the same advice. Like, if you've got a specific goal or intention for today or this week, you'll definitely find a paraliminal that aligns with that. Similarly, if you've got a particular challenge, one of the guys mentioned anxiety about the business, by all means focus on that. But on those days where things are just sort of poddling along quite nicely, go in the app, listen to the one of the day. Perfect. No decision making needed. Remember, Steve Jobs used to wear the same clothes every day, so he didn't have to use any decision making energy up. Just paraliminal of the day, put it on, and it really is. Look, 15 years I've been using these. There's never been a single time when 20 minutes after putting my headphones on, listening to a paraliminal, I don't feel exponentially better, more powerful, more confident, more inspired afterwards. They really are magic. So yeah, if you're stuck, just listen to the paraliminal of the day. Otherwise, really trust your intuition. If you go through the list of, the app is brilliant. This is, it's new, the app. I'm not complaining about, I used to download and put them on my phone, choose them myself. Now it's even easier. You can just scroll through, whichever one grabs your intuition, put it on. 20 minutes later, you're going to be in a supercharged state on demand.
Exactly. So Carl, let's get back to some of the comments that people wrote in. So Bill, he wrote, I have to reduce stress in my life. Jason wrote, my goals are to amplify my spiritual nature and raise my vibration. I want to improve my physical and mental and emotional state of mind to complete wholeness and gain knowledge to change the world.
Well, Jason.
And Robert wrote, I want to remodel my house. It's a huge project, so I want to work on my beliefs. Marie wrote, I already subscribed to MINDTRX. Yay, Marie. I listened to the Abundant Money Mindset. I realize I do have some old thought patterns about money that are clinging to me, and they serve no purpose. They're only a hindrance. I'm erasing the slate and putting in a practice of a new mindset, which would be more in line with who I am. As if this wasn't enough, the paraliminal made me enter a deep, refreshing sleep. So, by the way, says she wrote, made me enter a deep, refreshing sleep. Paraliminals don't make you do anything. Rather, they guide your inner mind so that you can do anything. It's guidance. And when you get your inner mind on your side, then it's like everything becomes so much easier to accomplish.
Yes. And I will also agree with Marie there that I used to suffer from insomnia terribly. And I would listen to, there's a handful of paraliminals that are deliberately designed to help you have a restful sleep. And yes, as Paul will tell you again and again, as you listen, Dr. Paul Sheely, he's revealing resources that are already within you. However, I had 15, 20 years of experience and proof and evidence and beliefs that I can't fall asleep at night. My mind is too busy racing. It's impossible for me to sleep, all of this. Listen once and wake up the next morning and go, oh my goodness, that worked. Surely it's lucky. Let's try it again and again and again. And then all of a sudden, I don't identify with that problem or limiting belief anymore. And now I can sleep beautifully. So yes, that's a really good example. And of course, when we sleep well, we tend to have more energy, higher vibration the next day. But that really is just the start of the benefits that paraliminals can give you. In fact, Christine, a few more we'll share. Christine wrote in and said, my goal is to be healthy in my mind and body, which absolutely you will experience from the first paraliminal you listen to. This is something that Daniela, my lovely lady, is experiencing too, is because she's relatively new to paraliminals. When she comes out the other side of them, it's like, I feel like I've been to the ocean, I've been to the gym, I've got all this energy, but my mind's peaceful and yet paradoxically lit up at the same time. It's a brilliant blend. Wait till you try some of them, especially if you haven't done the paraliminals before. Also, Fidela, excellent name. Fidela wrote, my goal is better health and financial freedom. Yeah. The prosperity paraliminal, as I mentioned, was the first and best investment I ever made in personal growth. The abundant money mindset, personal genius will help with that, peak performance, and more. And let's see, Victor wrote, Victor, this week, intention for the challenge, I like this, to gain a bigger income and develop better relationship with others, in particular, starting a family of my own. Nice. I'd listen to the Creating Sparks paraliminal for that one. That one works like crazy. And then one more, Kevin says, I want to be more productive at work. Yeah. Well, then peak performance, new action behavior, new action generator, new behavior generator have helped me during my inevitable human moments where I've got a big goal or a task I want to achieve and I find myself procrastinating on it or not taking action, coming up with excuses. I'm telling you, this is one of the many brilliant reasons to use paraliminals every day. But anytime I notice, oh, I've been saying I'm going to do that 5 days in a row and I still haven't done it, headphones on, new behavior generator. And it's not about overcoming procrastination. In fact, it's more just led and inspired. Which one?
To get around to it.
Yeah, get around to it. Yeah, I've listened to that a fair few times and it works. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually get around to it. Session A, and there's 2 sessions, session A, session B. And session B is for specific things that you may be putting off. Session A is about aligning your values and your priorities so that you just automatically do things. And right now, that's one of my favorite paraliminals. I'll listen to it the most often. And I find myself when I'm going through the day and I have all these little things to check off, easy. It just goes right through because everything is aligned with what I want to get out of life, with my priorities, with my values.
Do you find as well, like I do, that when I listen to the paraliminals, let's say just throughout the rest of the day, it's almost like I'm unconsciously or subconsciously led to take actions. Like it doesn't require any extra effort or force. Usually if you're procrastinating on something, you're putting tremendous force on yourself to try and do something. What I find with the paraliminals is that I'll just get an idea, move on it, and then all of a sudden I realize, oh, that was the intention I set this morning or last week. And it really does just flow naturally.
Yeah, and even if you don't set an intention for something, just listen to any paraliminal you'll be responding that way. So you will be getting things done. You will be doing things easily and with joy, which is really, really important.
Yeah. You know, with joy, indeed. Yes. I dare say everyone this week will experience that every day you'll naturally notice more and more joy, like childlike enthusiasm, I called it. Like you might find yourself giggling or just get really excited about a particular task at work or at home that perhaps previously you lost that excitement for it. It helps you tune into these reservoirs of energy and creativity. I mean, they really are beautiful. You will feel on top of the world throughout the rest of the day and the rest of the week without any sort of rah-rah motivation. Quite the opposite, in fact. It's about going within, releasing these resources. Big shout out to Dr. Paul Shealy again, because this really is, I mean, genius technology. And 20 minutes later, you come out in a different vibration, a different state, new ideas, new ways of thinking. I mean, law of attraction very basically is what we think about expands in our lives. And Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich talked about the importance of our dominant thoughts. Your dominant thoughts will manifest in your life. Although those thoughts have to be repeated again and again before your subconscious mind receives them and acts on them. What the paraliminals do is get you into that place near instantaneously. I mean, especially this week, you will experience it. One a day, it just puts you in this profound place where you're not living by your fears or limitations, but by your possibilities. And again, this is not rah-rah motivation. You just feels very certain. Oh yeah, I can do this today. Oh, I was procrastinating, but no, this time I'm moving in new ways. And you'll be astonished. Like, honestly, the end of the day, the amount of people, thousands and thousands of people have thanked me for introducing them to paraliminals. And the fact that you get all 63 this week is sensational. So just make a decision now that you're going to listen to 1 or 2 a day. And then check in the end of the week what you manifest. It will be beautiful.
Exactly. Got a few more comments from folks, what they want to get out of it. Nicole wrote, I want to be able to cope with life no matter what. Carol wrote, my goal is to be more present and focused each day. I want to spend more time in the now. Francine wrote, my goal is to get clear direction about my therapist's coaching work. Sharon wrote, my spiritual faith will be stronger. I'll be poised, confident, encouraging, and look forward to bringing happiness to myself and those around me. You know, that's one of the things that definitely happens. When you listen to the paraliminal, you are a different person and you are affecting everybody around you. They'll notice a change in you, but also you'll also notice that they're more pleasant to be with because of the changes that you're making inside. And
First
then,
time,
yeah.
I'm sorry to interject, but I mentioned the Prosperity Paraliminal was the first one that I had, the first personal growth investment I ever made. But that's back when I had a real job. I was selling on the phone, cold calling CEOs, and it was very almost soul destroying work for me, like all of the rejection as I perceived it at that time. I'm telling you, I started listening to the Prosperity Paraliminal, and people that were answering the phone like angry, F off you, I don't want to talk to you. They were answering the phone happy. Hello, Mr. Salesman. Can't wait to hear from you. Like, and I know it's just a
Exactly.
peculiar manifestation, but without me doing anything differently, I really want you to set an intention to experience something like that this week, because you can see the neuroscience of why this works, the subconscious mind, the technology behind it, the brainwave entrainment, the holosync, the hypnosis, the NLP. Paul's a master of it. But my take 15 years later is that there's also something ineffable that when you put yourself in this energy, this vibration, and you visualize from this place and let it go, people do start responding automatically different to you, and typically kinder, more patient, more love, more receptive. So especially if you do any sort of business or selling or a relationship that you want to improve, listen to one of these and then just go and show up and have a conversation with people. I'm sure at many points during this week, you will be astonished at how people react differently to you without you doing anything else. Pure magic.
Exactly. So more comments here. We got a lot of them that have come in. Debbie wrote, I'm working on sleeping well and to cure my body of cancer. That's a huge one. I mean, we got some great health ones, such as the Perfect Health Paraliminal and the 5 Elements Self-Healing. Just listen, even the Prosperity is so good for healing, because at the beginning of the Prosperity, Paul Shealy will ask you 3 questions. The first one is, what area of your life would you like to have abundance? And you'll say, in my health. What specifically would you like to have? I'd like to heal the cancer that is in my body. And the third question is, if you could have it now, would you accept it? Or he says on the Paraliminal, would you welcome it? And then you go, absolutely. And see, those 3 questions can work for anything. And then it gets you all aligned so that you begin attracting to you whatever you need in order to accomplish that. Then it also gets the, you know, Carl, when you think of something, if you put your attention to it, whatever you put your attention to comes to pass. And it's so easy today to get sidetracked and you get fragmented and you forget what your goals are, or you forget what you really are here for. But when you listen to the Prosperity Paraliminal, it's kind of like it's working in your non-conscious mind all the time, because you put what your intention is inside of you, and then it starts to work no matter what's going on the outside.
100% agree. Another one that flashed in my mind there is the Living the Law of Attraction Paraliminal, which is Paul Shealy and Jack Canfield, Chicken Soup for the Soul, Success Principles, Secret, Big Boss. That one as well, ostensibly you might think, oh, that's just for manifesting money and abundant success. But similar to the Prosperity one at the start, and Paul does this on most, if not all of the Paraliminals at the start, before we go deep into the other than conscious mind, the different brain waves, you do set your intention and focus on what you want to create. So with the Living the Law of Attraction, Jack and Paul guide you to ask for what you want, to believe it's possible, and then to open to receive it. This is another one that could work tremendously well this week for any sort of health ailments or issues, of just noticing what happens when you open up to receive, rather than focusing on what's wrong, to receive perfect health, or every day and every way I'm getting better and better. If that is your intention this week, you'll be amazed at what happens when you drop into this beautiful place. There's a couple more, actually. Michael, reduce anxiety. Yeah, we covered that. Anxiety free. If that's a big one for you, listen to that. Better health, better sleep. I think we covered a fair few Paraliminals that will help you there, but again, almost all of the Paraliminals you can listen to before bed and get a better sleep from it as well. Shannon says, I want to help more and more ladies to be free from perceived limitations. Nice. And personally, I want to eliminate sugar, dairy, and gluten from my diet for 75 days. Wow. What would you recommend there for Shannon for reducing all those intakes?
Definitely the Ideal Weight Paraliminal, because that helps you align the food that you take in with what your body needs. So for sure that. Another one that is really, really good would be the Break the Habit. So if you have the habits you need to let go of. And the other one is a paraliminal you mentioned a little bit earlier is the new behavior generator. Because if you know somebody who's already eliminated those foods from their diet and you know somebody who eats healthfully, you can take on their behaviors by listening to the new behavior generator paraliminal.
Boom. Yes, indeed. Azza wrote in as well, Pete, my goal is to have perfectly balanced health, perfectly balanced finances, and be love for myself and the universe. Oh, I like that. Very powerful, that one. What about that love for me and the universe? Which one would you choose there?
Oh, self-love.
Self-love?
Self-love. Yeah, that is such a, and also joy. Almost any of the paraliminals, because they're all about giving you the power or helping you recognize that you have the power to do everything in that you want to do. And when you do that, you feel so grateful. Gratitude is another good one. You feel so grateful, and you just, that love just permeates everything.
Yeah, without going into too much detail, self-love helped me tremendously over the years because I didn't used to have any self-love whatsoever. I was kicked out of my house when I was much younger, when I was a boy, and as a result of that, I had all of these beliefs, subconscious beliefs about love and my family and various other things that when I was a teenager and in my early 20s felt much more powerful than now. But as a result of that, at the time, I didn't have any self-love or self-confidence, self-belief. Listening to this really helped me. And again, it's not like a rah-rah, I love myself so much, I'm perfect. It's more just an inner peace and certainty that, as Marissa Peer, an old friend, a client of mine, says, I am enough. But not just saying it up here, like really embodying that, like I am enough. There's nothing to worry about. And that self-love really is magnetic. And I truly believe the more you love yourself, the more other people will love you, and you will be able to create abundance, success, freedom, whatever your big goals and intentions are in life, and enjoy it. Because we can chase after things, but if we don't love ourselves, it's going to pop up. So the self-love, I'd recommend to, practically everyone watching us now, give the self-love one a go.
And you said, Carl, too, something that's really important about how you embody it. That's one cool thing about the paraliminals is that Paul helps you embody what it is that you want to have in your life. And when you can embody it, it becomes part of who you are, and it becomes part of everything that you do.
Yeah, the guy's a genius. So anyone who's had any even basic research or training on law of attraction manifesting will have learned about the power of our thoughts, the power of our emotions, and what we visualize tends to come to pass. But one of the tough things for many, many people is, all right, I've got to visualize myself happy, wealthy, full of love, all of that. But if it feels like a perceived leap from where you are now to where you want to go, it can be challenging to reach that space. With every paraliminal, Paul guides you in such a beautiful, peaceful energy, and then guides you. And because he's a master at neuro-linguistic programming, hypnotic language, and many other forms of evidence-based belief change, what it means is you essentially can snooze, have a nap, let go, let the voices wash over you, and he guides you to this place where it emanates from you. Like and seeing it with my beautiful lover, who this is all new to. You can feel the vibration afterwards, even if you're not quite sure what's gone on. You are emanating this peace, poise, a sense of creativity, inspiration, abundance. It's brilliant. This week's going to be saucy for you.
Exactly. So there's one more on the list.
Natalie, I see. My goal is to grow confidence. Brilliant. The belief paraliminal, I'd say.
And
creativity
self-esteem supercharger.
Yeah, which one?
The self-esteem supercharger.
Oh yeah, I've listened to that in a while actually. Yeah, I used to listen to that all the time.
Yeah, I still do. That's one of the best ones because it gives you this immense confidence that you can do anything. And if you listen to it an hour or 2 hours before something, even if it's like a morning racquetball game, you'll do better. You'll be better.
Yeah, I used to listen to, many of these before when I had a real job again, before a big sales meeting. I'd listen to Talk to Win, for example, or what were some of the other ones? Get Around to It, I'd listen to a lot, especially if I was procrastinating on a deal. Anxiety free, like if I found I was nervous before either a date, back in my dating days, or a big business meeting, anxiety free is a great way of just coming back down to earth and letting go of all of that stress. And then the more obvious ones like abundant money mindset, talking to win. That's a powerful one. I swear I made millions in sales over the years just by listening to that one and then going to do a sales call or a live training or something in my business, but putting myself in that most powerful state. Also, Natalie wrote, Pete, that she wants inspiration or direction for the next steps in building and growing my piano course. So she wants to create a course teaching people how to play piano, presumably. That's a good one. That's a good intention. What paraliminals would you recommend for that one?
Always prosperity. I'd start with prosperity for almost
Really?
anything like that, because it's about what it is that you want to create, and are you ready to do it now? Because what happens a lot of time, people will have a goal, or they'll say they want to do something, but when they really aren't committed to it, or they might, when you say, are you ready to welcome it into your life, they might go, oh. So what you do on the prosperity, if you have that feeling, then you rewind it to the beginning, center yourself, be clear on what your goal is, that you really want it, and listen to it again. Start that first part again, and that'll help make the process so much easier and better for you.
Boom.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Okay, so we've been talking about what everybody else has want to get out of the MINDTRX challenge this week. So what about yourself? What do you want to create for yourself? So be thinking that everything is possible. Just write it down and start listening to the paraliminals, and then share it with us. And you might just win a free 1-year subscription to MINDTRX. And matter of fact, we're going to announce today's first winner in a couple of minutes. And every day we're going to have a new winner. And every day we'll be reading stories that people submit in. So write us, and then the way that you can write us is in your reminder email today. There are 2 links, one for the MINDTRX Facebook page and another one for an online survey where you can write without everybody else seeing it. But that way you can let us know what's on your mind, what you're doing, and even the results that you're receiving this week, because you will receive results this week. It's almost impossible not to notice something going on in your life.
Yes. If I may, I would add to that, what you focus on expands. And especially for the 5 days of this challenge, in the morning, perhaps when you wake up, you have your coffee or tea, just have a little moment. If you do any gratitude journaling or anything like that, use that time to say, what have I noticed that's new, exciting,
Yes.
what ahas, what inspiration? And this is one of the only times where I will lead you slightly and say, go search for it, because you will notice, and then it'll get easier and easier throughout the week. But with very, very little, minimal effort, simply ask in the morning, what's changed for me? What's the biggest insight? What has manifested that probably wouldn't have manifested had I not done this challenge? And then put your focus on that. And if you can, have a little 30 seconds of being grateful for that, and let yourself be bewildered and amazed. Like, holy shit, like, wow, that's coming already. Because if you put your focus on that and open to new, I really believe the subconscious mind is so powerful that by you allowing just a little bit more abundance, success, a new client comes out of nowhere, someone you've been trying to manifest for some time just pops up. Really double down on that. Wow, let yourself be amazed. I can't believe that happened already. I wonder what's going to happen today. And with that energy and mindset, you'll see it really does, like many things in life, become a self-fulfilling prophecy. But this will be a virtuous circle. And we've done challenges similar to this many times over the past few years, and 5 days, thousands of people all report tremendous gains in their manifesting abundance, freedom, breakthroughs, overcoming problems, challenges. All you got to do is show up every day, listen to one, and then notice what's changing. The more you do that, the more you're going to have things to notice. I truly believe that.
Exactly. And Brian Osborne, who created our Aura Seeing course and the 4 Elements manifestations, he says, whenever you notice something that is a result of what you are working on, say, more like that, please.
Oh, yeah.
It only takes a fraction of a second. So you can be working the way you get a telephone call, stuff like that. Oh, more like that, please. You don't have to go within or anything like that. Just keep saying more like that, please. And the universe will provide.
Yes, please. More like that.
Thank you. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so Carl, there's a lot of newbies with us today who have not listened to a paraliminal yet. Yeah, raw for them. Would you describe the paraliminal process?
Yes, I will. Number one, I'm jealous because the especially the first few times you listen, it's truly like nothing you would have ever experienced on God's green earth before. And you can call me on that tomorrow once you've listened and try it. So number one is get ready to be beautifully amazed and inspired. The second thing is, one of the many things I love about the paraliminals is how easy it is. You put your headphones on, you relax. Now, Paul will start guiding you and help you set intentions for whatever paraliminal you've put on. But ultimately, your one and only job is to just either sit up or lay down and get comfortable and let Paul guide you. And you'll probably be aware of the first 2 or 3 minutes of Paul talking to you, explaining what's going to go on before Paul's voice breaks into two. You'll have one voice coming in one headphone, one voice coming in the left and in the other one. And really, I've listened so many tens of thousands of times. You can literally go to sleep and you think you're asleep, but at the end you will wake up. So perhaps you wasn't really sleeping after all. There are times where I will attempt to listen to everything Paul's saying, the left ear, the right ear. I'll keep my focus on that. Sometimes I'll choose to just go with one of them. Other times I will literally just let the sounds wash over me completely. So really, all you've got to do is press play, put some headphones on and sit back and enjoy. And that's pretty much it. Now, if you come to during any point of the 20-minute process, and for example, Paul's guiding you in prosperity and he's asking you to imagine what it feels like and to where are you living, amplify it. If you're consciously aware there, by all means, double down, visualize the dream house, the dream business, whatever you like. But I promise you, if you feel like you've gone to sleep and 20 minutes later, Paul's talking you out of it, don't fret. This works even when you're sleeping, even when you're snoozing, when your attention isn't there, because Paul, again, is a master at talking to your other than conscious mind, the subconscious mind. And I promise you, what you'll notice is, and what I'd advise you to look out for, perhaps before you press play the first time, ask yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, like how high vibration am I? How happy? How do I feel today? Nothing too deep, but maybe I'm a 6 or a 7 today. 20 minutes later, when you come out, ask yourself, how do I feel? And guaranteed it's going up several notches without you doing anything. And all I would recommend is, number one, when you come out of it, celebrate it, because you will feel a tremendous positive energy within you. And then just go about your day. You don't have to try and change anything consciously. You will find that you just start moving and thinking and feeling in different ways naturally. In fact, the one and only advice I would give you for this week is just make a commitment to listen at least once a day. If you do twice a day, morning and night, it's going to be truly one of the most memorable weeks of your entire life. If you could squeeze a third one in at lunchtime, then you're going to be experienced. Like, I don't want to overwhelm you with it. Follow your intuition. But truly, and because I've done this with so many thousands of people over the years, one a day, you will absolutely have a tremendous week and you will notice so many positive things. But before going into it, headphones on, Paul will guide you to set an intention. And above all, just relax and enjoy. You're going to be astonished at these resources, powers that are within you that we don't get taught how to use. We have no idea they're there, especially if you've had a tough day, tough week, stuff going on. Just let that positive energy guide you. And 5 days back to back, I promise you, by Friday afternoon of this week, you will have so much to be grateful for that you've manifested. You probably would have dealt with some limiting beliefs or challenges in your life. You might even find that this big problem you had seems to have solved itself automatically. And then at the end of the week, you can get curious as to what's really going on there, because I'm 15 years in and I still pinch myself saying, how did that happen? Like, I've just visualized this morning and something's popped up. Enjoy. And again, I guess the big point there to reiterate for you, Pete, is if you think you've fallen asleep, that's fine. If you're listening to just the voice in the right ear, that's fine. Left ear is fine. Both voices, just enjoy it. And you'll know it's worked, because 20 minutes from now, or when you press play, you will be in a higher vibration. And there's an ineffable sense of, I can do anything I choose today. Anything I put my mind to. You get this deep, innate confidence, creativity, a love, a self-love, love of others. It's a beautiful vibration raising tool. Did I answer the question? I've jumped around a bit.
Yeah. So just before we went live today, we did a drawing of the people who've submitted the comments over the weekend. And we're going to announce the winner for a 1-year subscription. And Carl, do you want to announce the winner's name?
I will. I'm thrilled for her. Keep entering, by the way, people, because you're doing this all week, aren't you? The
Oh yeah, we
competition.
do every day. So just keep sending in comments either on the Facebook page or in the special survey that we link that we give.
Lovely. And what a lovely competition and contest, by the way, because what you focus on expands. By you focusing on what's expanding in your life, you get more of that and a chance to win. But today's lucky winner is who's getting a year subscription to MINDTRX for free is Julie Simiski. Julie, you are today's first winner. And congratulations. Yeah, brilliant. What does she have to do to claim her prize?
Just
Well
send
done,
an
Julie.
email to customerservice@mindtracks.com, and then we'll get you set up. So that's customerservice@mindtracks.com. So congratulations, Julie. It's so cool that you're here,
Julie.
and we hope you have a wonderful week, and you're going to have a wonderful year. We know that. So this is a challenge, Carl. It's a MINDTRX challenge. So we're challenging people. Why do challenges work so well? Why should somebody participate full on?
Great question. For me, the thing I love about these short time sensitive challenges is that it helps you to get out of yourself a level of focus, attention, and manifestation that typically we don't have in day-to-day normal life. For example, if I've got a goal to grow my business by X amount of dollars, it's pretty easy for me to wake up in the morning and say, oh, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that next week, next month, and put it off. And it sort of always stays there in the future. One of the greatest things that I found personally about the 5-day challenge is at the start of the week, I could say, you know what, all I've got to do is commit to 5 days. And Pete and I mean, especially Pete, not asking for anything else beyond that, is can I commit to, I'm going to listen at least once every day for 5 days. And when you do that, I mean, truly magical things happen. Number one is by the end of the week, I mentioned this a few times, you will be genuinely astonished at what you're capable of achieving in just 5 days. But without, I'm not talking about working hard or doubling your productivity consciously or anything like that. Simply by listening in the morning and going about your day, you will be able to get tremendous results. Also, because of that short time limit, Pete's not asking you to change who you are for 5 months or 5 years. It's for 20 minutes a day for 5 days. And if you look at, I mean, if you go on the MINDTRX website and you see, I mean, thousands of case studies, testimonials, millions of people helped and served by this tool, all you've got to do is say, right, 5 days, and just be curious. It would be another bit of great advice I give you. Don't put loads of pressure on yourself. Just be curious as to what can happen. And what I found again and again, hosting or co-hosting these challenges, is it's only 5 days. You can sell yourself on it's 20 minutes for 5 days. I'll do that, and then we'll see what happens. And if you do that, then you're going to unleash the power within these and just truly have the most glorious, beautiful, happy, abundant, surprising week imaginable. And then hopefully, if you've got that awareness, the end of the week, you go, geez, I wonder what I can manifest next week, because this was 5 days. But before we get ahead to that, 5-day challenge, it's compact, it's short. I mean, truly, you have nothing to lose, the whole world to gain. But if you can sell yourself that I really not that I have to do it, I want to do this once a day, at least for 5 days. And just to test, one of the greatest things that I can hopefully inspire you to do is for you to realize by this time Friday, I'm capable of far more than I thought. And this happened magically. I wasn't expecting that. And for me, it makes you fall in love with life again. And you can literally do that in 5 days. Is that something unusual, impossible will pop up. And if you stop and reflect on it when that happens and go, wow, I'm putting myself in this state with the paraliminals every day, and this has happened, and it's only 5 days. And really, I've had so many people, their lives have genuinely changed, including mine, from when they start listening to these, because the power, efficiency, productivity, inspiration you get is sensational. So the 5-day challenge makes it really simple and easy for you to do this. And Pete's giving you all 60 this week. So you could, any goal or problem or challenge you got, there's a paraliminal for that. Any moment in your day, someone cuts you up and you accidentally get pissed off or upset with them, there'll be a paraliminal to calm you down. You got a big business sales meeting, there's paraliminals to get you in that money mindset. So yeah, I mean, countless benefits for this week. All you've got to do is decide I'm going to listen at least once a day, and then just watch what happens. And if I may, just take notes, like do a little daily journal entry and pay attention to what's changing, because there will be loads. And again, what you focus on expands. Yeah.
And share your notes with us too. Put it on the MINDTRX Facebook page, put it in the survey. There's a link every morning in your reminder email. So when you see that, click on a link and type away for us. We'd very much appreciate that. So, hey, Carl, if somebody wants to find out a little bit more about you and the services that you offer in your programs, what website should they go to?
Oh, bless you. They could go to www.carlharvey.com. Can I post a link here or not? Because I set up a freebie for your people, but I don't know if the link will go into the app.
No, the link will go here, but here's the scoop. We sent the freebie in the email that went out on Sunday that's called Meet Your Co-Host. So go in there, you'll see a link for a free gift that Carl's given you. Plus, we will send that to you as soon as the MINDTRX challenge is over. So
yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, we'll get it off to
Lovely.
everybody.
Yeah, so I create a course with Mind Valley, who are lovely people, called the Big Life Blueprint. And I've hooked you up with that for free. It was $297. We sold thousands of copies, but I'm hooking you guys up because I truly, deeply love Pete and Paul. And I'm telling you, the Paraliminals changed my life in a million ways. And I've been listening for 15 years. So I'm very excited, especially for the newbies who have come along and have never experienced this. But even if you've experienced Paraliminals before, this week will be truly tremendous for you. So, but do this week first before delving into the Big Life Blueprint. And
yes,
as
absolutely.
Pete said, the link's on the email. But yeah, just one thing at a time. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. 20 minutes a day, listen to Paul, listen to a Paraliminal, and watch what manifests. The end of the week, check in and let yourself be astonished at what you're capable of. Like that's why I love the Paraliminal so much. They reveal resources, power within you that perhaps you've forgotten you had. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and come back tomorrow for tomorrow's live stream, because our guest host will be Natalie Ledwell. She's best-selling author, creator of the Mind movies.
Yeah.
Tell us about Natalie. You know Natalie.
I know Natalie for many years. She's amazing. Beautiful boss, creator of Mind movies, lovely, beautiful, high vibration woman. Yeah, brilliant. Oh, you got her on as well. Come on. And she loves the Paraliminals as well. A brief aside, I've been lucky enough to work in personal growth the last nearly decade. And the biggest names in personal growth, like all the stars of The Secret, all of your favorite ones, they all use Paraliminals, like Tony Robbins and Paul McKenna and all of them. They love the Paraliminals. Yeah, like really. And Natalie. Oh, that's nice. She's big boss.
Yeah, and tomorrow we're starting an hour later for the live stream. So today it's at 9 o'clock Central Time. Tomorrow only, it will be at 10 o'clock. And then on Wednesday, come back for Marcy Scheimoff. On Thursday, it's going to be Patty Aubrey. And on Friday, Paul Shealy will be joining us. So that'll be fun.
Wow, what a lineup. Oh, I'm even more honored now to be included in that. Wow, yeah. Big bosses, big bosses.
So, and one more thing before we bug off. So if you're new to MINDTRX, you might want to watch the tutorial videos at the bottom of the home screen in the app. Or you could just start with the Paraliminal Day or any of the other Paraliminals. And when you're ready to subscribe, use the link in the reminder email that we send you, because that way you get a satisfaction guarantee. If you go directly to the app stores, which you're welcome to do, you don't have a chance to change your mind. If you subscribe now and you say a couple weeks later, oh, I don't know if I want to go through this, send us an email. We'll take care of it for you. But we know you're going to love it.
Yes.
So, goodbye. Thank you for being here. Carl, do you have some parting words for everyone?
All I will say, thank you for having me on again. I'm really humbled and honored to be here. And for everyone watching, truly get ready for the most enjoyable, abundant, high vibration week that you could possibly imagine, and then double, 5 or 10x it, because truly this is on a whole other level. Just enjoy it, have fun. And a big shout out to Pete Bissonette and Dr. Paul Shealy for letting you have all 60 Paraliminals all week long. Like, this is brand new, unparalleled, unheard of. Use it. Listen at least once a day. And I would absolutely say, assuming you love them, which I'm sure you will, they're offering an incredible deal where you get the subscription. I highly encourage you to do that and just have the most beautiful, high vibration, abundant week, and listen to as many as you can, because they work like magic and then some. You're going to love them. truly. And thanks for having me here, Pete. Really appreciate it.
Carl, thank you so much. It's so nice that you're able to share your wisdom and your expertise and all that. And you clearly have been using the paraliminals. You understand them inside out, backwards and forward, and you're always talking about it. We really appreciate that. So thank you.
I really appreciate you making me the biggest boss in 20 minutes, and it feels like I'm having a snooze and I don't have to do any heavy lifting or real work. And I just wake up with a magical vibration. Yes, I'm very, very deeply grateful. And again, millions of people love and use paraliminals, including all your favorite manifesting experts, teachers. They know what's going on here, and you've got all week to play with them yourself. So I'm genuinely thrilled, and tune into the live shows because they'll keep you focused and motivated. And yeah, the guest list is sensational. I'll be tuning in every day. Come on.
Sounds good. Okay, thank you all. Now get to listen to your first paraliminal. Bye.